Hi folks, this is Jay. Hope you're okay today. It's good to see you. Hope everybody's okay. Hope you're all fine today. I know I've said this a few times, but I mean it this time. I think I've come to the end of the road with YouTube. I think I've done as much as I can. There's about 3,000 maybe, I think there might even be 4,000 videos about me, by me, or connected to me on YouTube. There's at least, I know there's at least, I think 1,600, 1,700, that's over 3,000. Yeah, I think it's going on about 3,500, maybe 3,700 videos of me around or connected to me on YouTube. So I mean that's a heck of a lot of videos, and I feel like I've done what I can do, and I feel like with the atheist stuff I've definitely done what I can do. I can't do any more there. I tried to challenge this aggressive atheism, this aggressive atheist culture, and I was a bit quirky in some of my challenges, but I tried my best. That's what I tried to do, and I feel like I've done what I can. I feel like this aggressive atheist culture doesn't really want to seek truth. People like Aaron Ra, Thunderfoot, Mr. Jones, Concordance, No Stamp Collector, and that kind of group, Negation of P and Live Life, Skeptic Fence, they really don't want to seek truth, and the people who follow them, and the other YouTube channels that are connected to them, and it's pointless making videos about this new kind of atheism, because the atheist community are not really willing to listen, not really willing to seek truth, and that's seen in the fact that they won't have academic debates on YouTube or on their blog shows. They like to, I'm not spinning, I'm just telling you how it is, they like to have these blog shows and blog TVs because they can corner Christians and get them in knots, because the Christians won't be prepared for whatever's coming up, etc. So they like these kind of shows, they like that kind of format, because it's a useful tool you can make anybody look an idiot if you ambush them. But if you get these atheists on a one-on-one with a structured format where they can't ambush you, where they have to deal with deal with you in a proper academic way, and where you're allowed to prepare your research, they don't know how to cope with that, and they feel, you know, they just struggle with that. And that's why you don't see Aaron Ra, it's why you don't see Thunderfoot, Mr. Jones, Concordance, No Stamp Collector. You don't see them doing academic debates, because they want to control things. They don't want to really be challenged. And you know, people say, well, we don't like academic debates. No, you don't like them because you just want to see dog eat dog. Well, that's not real seeking truth. That's not being a real intellectual. That's just being uncivil. And I've kept my video on where I talk about where I'm laughing my head off at Negation of P and Mr. Jones and the whole charade that happened of the debate that I had, because I've fallen on my sword a little bit for Mr. Jones to show him that I don't want to rub it in, and you know, I've tried to help him, and Negation of P, but I've left the video on as well, just as a solitary reminder to them that they can't mess about, that they can't play games, and they can't try and make Christians look stupid and get away with it. And that video there is to remind them. I'll take it off one day if the culture of atheism in that area, in this aggressive atheism, changes. If they become more polite and more gracious and try to build bridges with Christians, then that video will come off. And if it's been put on other channels, I'll ask the people who upload it to take it off. So it will come off if the culture of Thunderfoot and Aaron Ra and Mr. Jones changes into a more polite, more academic way and friendly way of dealing with things, then I'll take it off. But I feel that the atheist community that they represent, I understand that they don't represent all the atheist community, is not seeking truth, and there's nothing you can do in the midst of that. I do recognise that there are many atheists out there, and I don't mean anything towards you. I recognise you're an intelligent atheist, and you're intelligent people, and you don't find this aggressive atheism attractive, and you see through it, and you are more wiser and appreciative of other people's opinions to listen to. And I respect that, and I respect that kind of atheism. I respect classical atheism. But I felt obliged to challenge this new aggressive atheism. Well, that's been around for a few years now. So I'm leaving YouTube. I know I've said it a few times, but I am leaving YouTube. I'm only willing to come back to YouTube if Aaron Ra and Thunderfoot or Concordance or Mr. Jones or the Magic Sandwich Show or No Stamp Collector, if they invite me to have academic debates with them, then I'm willing to come back on YouTube. But I'm not willing to come back on YouTube when the culture of YouTube is not willing to seek truth, is just dog eat dog, trying to make people look stupid. I don't want to get involved in that. I don't want anything to do with that. But if they want to explore in a real scholarly way the issues of our time, and I can bring to the table theology and biblical studies, if they want to explore those issues, I can help them to do that. We can have academic debates, we can be civil and friendly, and you've seen, you know, even that debate I had, negation of P, that's not at my best, you know, but you've seen a little bit of what I can do. And you know, if you want to take things forward and move in a more healthier direction, where we're more friendly towards each other, and where we put our differences aside and we truly respect each other and truly work towards exploring what truth is, and it's not about trying to win each other, but just looking at the big issues in a scholarly, fair way, then just PM me on Skype, Magic Sandwich Show, or Mr. Jones, or Thunderfoot, or Aaron Ra, or some of the more not as aggressive, No Plum 99, or theoretical bullshit. If you want an academic debate on the resurrection of Christ, I'm willing to come back on YouTube and get involved in that, but only on the understanding that you want to start a new era on YouTube of a culture where we calm this aggressive trying to pawn each other down, and we move into more of a friendly exploration in a scholarly way, and we try and encourage people to think like that and to go that way. So I'm off YouTube, and I'm not coming back unless these people invite me for academic debates. And I'll only do that if they give me assurance that they want to put the past behind, and that they want to start things, go in a different direction than they've been going. And the same with me too. And I will give Mr. Jones permission of the Magic Sandwich Show. I will give him, if he wants to change the direction of the way this new atheism is going, and wants to be more gentlemanly and wants to engage in scholarship, I will give him the password to coming out of atheism, and I will give him the right to edit any video on my channel. He will be able to go on my channel and take any video that he feels is offensive towards atheists, and I will give him the right to do that, as a gesture to say that, you know, I want us to move in a direction that is more gentlemanly, more scholarly, and more honest, and that's best for everybody. So that's my invitation to the atheist community out there. So I'm off YouTube, and I know I've said it many times, well, not many times, but 3 or 4 times, and I will not be coming back unless I get an invitation from those people, or at least one of those people. And if I come back, I only come back on the understanding that Mr. Jones, Thunderfoot, Aaron Ra, Concordance, No Stamp Collector, I've thought about the issue, and they want to change their direction. They want to be more scholarly and more friendly towards Christians, and they want to build bridges. And if Mr. Jones wants the password for my channel, and he wants to edit my channel and take a couple of videos off, then he will be welcome to do so if he wants to. And I do that as a gesture, if he wants that gesture of moving forward in a nicer way. And I you know, if Negation of P and Live Life invite me for academic debate, I will come back on YouTube as well. You know, I just felt, I know it's been hurtful for some atheists after the debate and the videos that I made after the debate, but I really did want to make my point about the way you've treated us as Christians on YouTube, and the way, you know, the way Christians and atheists deal with each other has to change. And you people have been the main propagators of this kind of culture, where you kind of try and make Christians look stupid. And you know, I know that you're probably pretty angry with me, and I'm really sorry about that. So there we are. That's where it's at. I just want to thank the tens of thousands of atheists over the 2 years, literally tens and tens of thousands of atheists who have made comments on Zarima 100 and on this channel. Literally tens of thousands of atheists. I want to thank you all for all your comments. I want to also thank you for the laughs that we've had. I've had some absolute great laughs with you. Not at you sometimes, but not always. A lot of the times you've made me laugh. Dingo David's comment once when he said, "What you doing today, Jay? What you doing today, Jay? Snacking and cracking," and comments like that have made me roar with laughter. Another atheist comes on to me and says, "Where do you preach, theist?" You know, and little comments like that every week have come and just made me laugh and tickled me. And thanks for all the laughs, atheists. Thanks for teaching me some things. You have taught me a couple of things. You've taught me to not take any nonsense. Some of you atheists, you don't like nonsense. You don't like airy-fairy nonsense. You like to just get down to it. What's your argument? What's your evidence? and you've taught me that. You've taught me to just strip away things and get down to, don't be humble, don't waffle, just get down to the nitty gritty. And you taught me that, atheist, so thank you for that. You helped me to be strong. I bumped into you, atheist, when I'd had a breakdown 4 years ago, and I came on YouTube about 2 years ago. I was a broken man, and you, atheist, really helped me, because you know, you helped me to work through some of the issues in my life, so I want to thank you for that. Without you, I couldn't have done that. I want to thank you thirdly as well, is you atheists to put up with me. You've had, literally, in 2 years, at least 3,500 videos made or done, and at least 1,000 to 1,500 of those videos have been aimed at atheism in 2 years. Within 4 months, in these last 4 months, you've had over 1,700 videos aimed at you, and yet you've been gracious enough to allow that, you know. So I mean, that is a big thing, you know, because if it had happened to any other group, they would have taken me down, but you didn't. You allowed me the freedom to do that, so I do appreciate that. I want to thank you, the people I've crossed swords with. There's a few. Recently I had a debate with a guy, I think it's called John. We had a 3-hour debate. I want to thank him. He's a sincere guy, and I really like him. He's a lovely guy, really. I hope you're okay, mate. I do love you too, mate, and I know you said that to me, and I just hope you're okay, mate, and I really appreciate you. If you ever want to go out for a coffee in Manchester, let me know. I'll take you for a Chinese, mate. I want to thank Making Explicit. I don't know where you are, mate. Your channel's gone down. I'm sorry, whatever's happened there, I don't know. But if you're okay, mate, I hope you're okay, mate. Love you, and just hope you're alright, and you know, and hope your studies are doing alright, mate. I want to thank Negation of P. I do love you, mate. I do respect you. You shouldn't. The thing is, you just shouldn't have underestimated me. I did warn you. But you know, I do respect you, mate. I do respect you, and you know, I do, and I just wish you all the best, and I hope we can become mates. When we meet each other, if we ever did, you can kick my butt, mate. I don't mind. You can tell me off a strip. I'll take it. And if you don't ever want to know me, I understand, mate. I understand. But if we talk, I'll tell you why I did it. Okay, I'll tell you why it happened. If you want to talk, all right. But at the end of the day, I do care. At the end of the day, I don't deserve your friendship, but I'm here if you ever do want a friend, mate. Live life. All the best to you, mate. We've crossed swords a few times, and I just want to wish you all the best. You know, no hard feelings to you, mate. Alright, I just want to wish you all the best. Who else is there? Essence of Thought. Love you, mate. I'll miss you. I don't know where you are these days, what's happening, but I wish you all the best. And Wise Apple, hope you're okay, mate. And I wish you all the best. No Plum 99, I wish you all the best. Coffee with Claire, I wish you all the best. Those are the people, some of the people that I've bumped into or crossed swords with. And for the Christians, there's some Christians out there. There's just a small group of them. Jeff, thanks for coming on, mate, and you've been a great encouragement to me, mate, coming on, making comments, and you've been really helpful. And there's a couple of others who come on and every now and again and just let me know, and just see how things are doing. So I just want to say thanks for that, and I really appreciate that. It means a lot. I just want to recommend a couple of things. A place that I go, a few places that I go. I go to the Bree Fellowship. Is a website started by Francis Schaeffer, who was in Switzerland, a chalet. If you go on there, you will find on the Bree Fellowship loads of academic lectures and things that you can study about Christianity. It's an excellent resource. I always go on that. The second thing, the second place I go is our Legionnaire Ministries by Dr. R.C. Sproul. Legionnaire Ministries is a good place to go for lectures in theology. Bible teaching, I go to John MacArthur. Grace to You, I always go there. Desiring God Ministries by John Piper, I always go there. One of the great heroes of mine is Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones Recordings Trust. You can listen to his sermons for free at Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones Recording Trust. If you want to study academically Christianity, Tyndale House is a good website to go to. If you're struggling with biblical issues, the Herman Project on YouTube is very helpful. Bart Ehrman is a scholar who critiques Christianity. If you type Ehrman Project on YouTube, and you can find the links to it, that'll help you to work through any issues about Ehrman. In terms of evolution, if you want to study about that, I would recommend Dr. Saraswati. If you want to know who I think the best Christian apologists are, I do think that William Lane Craig, I know you atheists don't like him, but I think he's a good debater. To me, he's very clear in his points, and I think if you're communicating, you've got to have a clear structure, and I think he's excellent at that. He's also, I think, a gentleman. But I don't agree with his theistic evolution, but I do respect him, and I think you'd learn a lot from him. Tim Keller is an excellent debater, but he's an excellent apologist, and I like him, and I would recommend you to listen to Tim Keller. Os Guinness is an eminent intellectual, and Professor Wells is another eminent intellectual that I would respect. These are well-known theologians in biblical scholarship. Dr. Balcom is a really good guy. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's really helpful. And if you go onto Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, he's done 4 lectures on the Gospels. I would also encourage you to go onto Southern Baptist Theological Seminary. They have loads of resources. Also, Reformed Theological Seminary, they have resources. Some scholars that I find helpful are John Frame, Professor John Frame, who's a Reformed philosopher and theologian. You can get his work, his essays and works. Don't forget my seminary. I run an online seminary called Samuel Zwima Theological Seminary. You can get thousands of Bible teaching notes and lectures on there for free. So those are just some scholars and Bible teachers that I recommend. Sermon Index on YouTube, they have a website, is a good place to study Christianity too. David Platt is a great pastor who you can get sermons on YouTube. And I think it's Woodhill Church website, really good place to get Bible teaching. Some books to recommend. What books would I recommend? Have a read of Francis Schaeffer's Escape from Reason is really helpful. Have a read of any book by Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones. His commentaries, works on Romans and Ephesians are excellent. Have a read of Tim Keller's work will be helpful. Have a read of a guy called Philip Yancey on Amazing Grace. A book is a really good book if you want to learn about Christianity. So those are just some scholars. I could go on and on about hundreds of Bible teacher scholars and thinkers. Alvin Plantinga is a really interesting, if you're interested in philosophy. You can get 3 of his books for free around on the internet somewhere. It's called The Warrant of Belief or something like that. It's a 3-volume work. And you can get that for free, so I would have a look around there. So that's all I've got to say, really. I've done my job, and I will only come back on YouTube if I get a professional invitation from Thunderfoot or Aaron Ra or Mr. Jones or Concordance or No Plum 99 or Negation of P or Live Life. To debate on a theological issue is my strength. Is the Bible inspired? Did Jesus rise from the dead? Is Jesus the Son of God? Those are my kind of fields that I think I could deal academically and in a fair and scholarly way. Don't forget Professor Hart. He's a really interesting scholar. He's wrote a book called God Delusion. Professor Alistair McGrath is a really helpful books that he's written on atheism. And John Lennox is also another guy helpful in critiquing atheism, a philosopher of mathematics at Oxford. Gunning for God is a really helpful book, and he's written a number of other books as well. A theologian, my theologian that I like is Herman Bavinck, and a scholar that has influenced me is Adolf Schlatter, if you're interested in some theological and biblical studies. Adolf Schlatter and Dr. Bavinck. Dr. Bavinck they recently brought his 4-volume Dogmatics of Theology out recently, translated from the Dutch to the English. So those are things that I recommend. Don't forget to read the Puritans, great, and the early church fathers. Read them, really, really good. I'll leave you, folks. I wish you all the best. Thanks for your time. I'm out of here. Like I said, I'll only come back if I get formal academic requests. Seriously, with a new attitude from some of you atheists. Apart from that, I'm done. I'm out of here. Alright? Take care. God bless you. Thanks for a wonderful time over these 2 years, and wish you all the best. See you now.